Rain hammered against the windshield like accusatory fingers, blurring the scene that would haunt me forever. There, in the dimly lit parking lot of a seedy motel on the edge of Portland, my wife Sophia clung to a stranger, their lips locked in a kiss that shattered every vow we'd ever made. Lightning flashed, illuminating her face, the same one that had smiled at me across our wedding altar 4 years ago. My hands gripped the steering wheel until my knuckles ached, a primal scream building in my chest. How could the woman who promised me eternity be the architect of my destruction? I, Ethan Harper, 35-year-old software engineer, had just stumbled into hell. Our story began like a fairy tale, or so I thought. Sophia, 34, was a rising star in marketing when we met at a tech conference. Her laugh was infectious, her ambition matched mine, and we bonded over late-night coding sessions and dreams of a family. "Let's build an empire together," she'd said on our first date, her eyes sparkling under the city lights. 2 years later, we married in a quaint ceremony by the Columbia River, surrounded by friends who envied our perfect match. After the wedding, Sophia chose to step back from her career. "I want to focus on creating a home," she explained, her voice laced with conviction, and she did it flawlessly. Our condo was a haven, gourmet meals waiting after my grueling days at the office, fresh linens scented with lavender, handwritten love notes slipped into my briefcase. We were trying for a baby, enduring fertility tests and whispered hopes, but Sophia remained unflappable. "It'll happen when the universe aligns," she'd say, pulling me into a comforting embrace. But doubts crept in like shadows at dusk. Sophia changed her phone password, brushing it off as clumsy fingers deleting important contacts. Designer clothes appeared in her wardrobe, outfits I'd never seen her wear for me. "Just spoiling myself," she'd wink. Then came the luxury perfumes and spa retreats, expenses that didn't add up for a homemaker. "A gift from my sister," or "on sale," couldn't resist. I believed her because love blinds you, doesn't it? You ignore the red flags waving in the wind. That fateful night, a client meeting ended early, and I decided to surprise Sophia with flowers and her favorite wine. But as I drove past that motel, one we joked about in our early days for its tacky neon sign, I spotted her car. Curiosity turned to dread as I parked and watched. The man was rugged, late 30s, with a charisma that made my stomach churn. They emerged from a room, laughing, touching, oblivious to the storm brewing. I didn't storm in. Instead, I drove home in a daze, rain mirroring the tears I fought back. Sophia arrived later, slipping into bed with a contented sigh. "Missed you today," she murmured, her hand on my chest. I lay there, heart pounding, plotting my next move. Sleep evaded me. Betrayal's poison seeped into my veins. The next day, I became a ghost in my own life. I cloned her phone while she showered, my fingers trembling as messages flooded in. Damian Black, a venture capitalist, texts spanning 22 months, intimate plans, photos that burned my soul. "Can't wait for our escape," she wrote. They'd celebrated anniversaries at resorts I'd unknowingly funded through our joint accounts. One new twist: Sophia had faked a miscarriage early in our marriage to keep me close while she pursued him. "Needed time to sort things," she confessed in a message. The deception hit like a freight train. Emotionally wrecked, I confided in my brother Liam over whiskey. "She's playing you, bro," he said, anger flashing in his eyes. I hired a pie, Vanessa, a sharp-witted former detective. "This is textbook," she noted, promising evidence. As I waited, I endured the facade, dinners where her smiles felt like daggers, nights where her touch ignited fury. Vanessa's report was devastating. Hotel footage, whispered conversations about leaving me. Damian had a fiancée, unaware of his double life. A cold fire ignited within me. This wasn't just heartbreak, it was war. The weight of secrets pressed on me like an invisible shroud. Each day a battle to maintain composure while my world unraveled thread by thread. Sophia's laughter, once my symphony, now grated like nails on a chalkboard. I pored over the evidence in hidden moments, my office a sanctuary of solitude where tears mingled with rage. How had I missed the signs? The late-night errands, the sudden interest in yoga classes that left her glowing but distant. Flashbacks haunted me. Our honeymoon in Hawaii, where she'd whispered eternal love under palm trees. Now, messages revealed she'd met Damian there, sneaking away while I slept. The immersion of pain was total, every shared memory tainted, every touch a lie. I added a new event to my investigation, tracking her to a hidden storage unit where she stashed gifts from him, jewelry, letters professing a future without me. Emotionally, I teetered on the edge. Nights alone, I'd scream into pillows questioning my worth. Therapy beckoned, but pride delayed it. Instead, I channeled anguish into action, auditing finances. Over $18,000 siphoned for their trysts, disguised as home improvements. One receipt, a couple's massage at a spa where we'd celebrated our anniversary. Bile rose in my throat. Sophia announced a girls' trip with her friend Mia, code for another weekend with Damian. "I need this recharge," she said, packing with feigned excitement. I smiled but internally seethed. Vanessa tailed her to a cabin in the woods, sending photos of intimate moments by a fire. In one, Sophia wore the locket I'd given her, now a symbol of mockery. Confrontation loomed, but I waited. I contacted Damian's fiancée, Alina, anonymously via a burner email hinting at the affair. Her response was swift. "Tell me everything." We met in a quiet cafe where I handed over a dossier. Tears streamed down her face. "He's been distant, canceling plans. I thought it was work." We bonded over shared betrayal, her pain mirroring mine. Back home, Sophia sensed nothing, her affection a performance. One night as we watched our favorite show, she cuddled close. "You're my rock, Ethan," the irony burned. I excused myself, locking in the bathroom to sob silently. A new twist enriched the drama. I discovered Sophia had been feeding lies to our mutual friends, painting me as neglectful to justify her actions. At a dinner party, whispers reached me. "Sophia's unhappy. Ethan's always working." Fury boiled, but I played along, gathering allies. Vanessa uncovered more, Damian's gambling debts, funded partly by Sophia's loans from our savings. The web tightened. Emotionally immersed, I dreamed of alternate realities, one where we succeeded as parents, another where I walked away unscathed. Waking brought resolve. This ended on my terms. As Sophia prepared for another trip, I set alerts on our accounts. The storm was building, and I was the eye. Vengeance whispered in my ear like a siren, guiding my hands as I orchestrated the fall. Sophia kissed me goodbye for her retreat, her lips tasting of deceit. I watched her drive away, then called the bank, freeze all joint accounts, suspected fraud. Satisfaction bloomed as I imagined her panic at the first decline charge. Vanessa confirmed. They were at a luxury inn, registering as Mr. and Mrs. Black. Photos arrived, stolen kisses, shared wine fueling my resolve. Alina, armed with evidence, confronted Damian that night. Chaos ensued. He called Sophia in a frenzy, but her phone went to voicemail as I monitored. Sophia's calls came like clockwork. "Ethan, the card's not working. I'm humiliated." Her voice cracked, a crack in her armor. "Where are you exactly?" I probed innocently. Stammers followed. "Lakeview Inn with Mia." I sent minimal funds for return, then vanished, moving essentials to a new apartment, left behind. Photos, notes, a single message. "I know everything." The emotional torrent hit, relief mixed with grief. I mourned the woman I loved, not this stranger. A new event. I publicly posted anonymized hints on social media, tagging circles that exposed the affair virally. Friends bombarded Sophia, her facade crumbled. Alina's social blast sealed it, detailed posts with evidence, tagging all. Damian lost his job amid scandal. Sophia's marketing contacts dried up. Calls flooded my phone, her pleas, threats, sobs. I answered once. "You built this house of cards." Silence, then her breakdown. In court, my lawyer, Rachel, eviscerated her claims of neglect. Evidence piled, fraud, infidelity. Sophia got nothing but shame. The judge's quip, "Play stupid games, win stupid prizes." Post-reckoning, immersion in healing began. Therapy unpacked trauma. Hikes cleared my mind. Elena and I supported each other, turning pain to purpose. Betrayal's shadows lingered like fog over the river, but I navigated through, emerging stronger. Months later, Portland's rains felt cleansing. Emotional depths plunged me into reflection. Why me? Therapy revealed patterns, my trusting nature, her manipulative charm. A new event. Discovering Sophia's journal hidden in our old condo. Entries confessed guilt but justified actions. Ethan's too safe, Damian excites. It humanized her, sparking pity amid anger. I shared it with Elena, strengthening our bond. Socially, I rebuilt, joined art classes, made friends untainted by the past. One Nora, a painter, sparked genuine connection. Our talks healed wounds, laughter returned. Sophia's downfall echoed, living modestly, shunned by family. Damian faced ruin. Schadenfreude faded to empathy, they were broken too. Therapy delved into forgiveness for myself. Dreams shifted from nightmares to hopes. A charity run for betrayal survivors channeled energy positively. Nora and I grew close, her honesty a stark contrast. Emotions swirled, vulnerability, joy, life post-shadows, illuminated. From embers I forged a new flame, brighter than before. Emotional renewal immersed me in growth workshops on trust, where I shared my story, inspiring others. New event. Launching a podcast on betrayal recovery, interviews with survivors like Elena. It went viral, connecting hearts. Nora became my anchor. Our first trip to the coast echoed past pains but birthed new joys. You've risen, she said, her hand in mine. Work flourished, promotion, innovative projects. Adopting a rescue dog, Luna, taught unconditional love. Sophia's chance encounter at a cafe, remorse in her eyes. I'm sorry. Forgiveness came. For my peace. It freed me. Dawn broke over horizons once darkened, promising light. With Nora, we built authentically, travels, dreams of family. New events, co-authoring a book on healing, bestseller status. Sophia's distant apology email deleted, forward I moved. Emotional immersion culminated in proposal under stars. My forever starts with you. Yes, tears, vows, life's tapestry rewoven stronger, betrayal. A chapter closed, Dawn's promise eternal. Promise eternal.